Dan Illman, Mike Beer, taking a look at the feature race at Aqueduct on Sunday. It's the Franklin Square Stakes, newly turned 3-year-old fillies. They're New York breds going 6.5 furlongs. Let's take a look at this field. 8 entered. I think it's a very competitive race, as our morning line maker David Aragona has it out to be. My Main Squeeze, the number 6, is the 5-2 morning line favorite. I think she's the horse to beat, Mike. She's versatile. She's cutting back to a distance where she can sit off the lead and the pace might be pretty fast.
I'm going to agree with all that. I think the 3 and the 4 both make plenty of sense in this race, but I do think My Main Squeeze is the horse to beat as the morning line favorite. This is a pretty interesting race, though.
Let's throw up the time form US pace projector, see how fast this is going to get. You note the red bar. Caris time was on the lead in her last 5 starts. She's going to be up close. Flight Control controlled slower fractions in her debut. She'll try to get close to the pace. Solo Shot, I think, is also a fast horse, and I'm expecting Eric Cancel to gun with that one. And hey, Sweet Brown Sugar's no slowpoke.
Yeah, she's not. Sweet Brown Sugar's getting a class test here. She had easy speed in her first 2 starts, so it remains to be seen whether she even needs the lead to be effective. But she certainly looks like she has some talent. I'll say that. Caris time is a fast horse, Dan, but this pace might be fast.
Sweet Brown Sugar, 2 for 2 up at Finger Lakes, including this victory in the She's a Stone Cold Fox. Carbon Copy races took pressure early, drew off late. In this race, the fractions were not fast. They went 48 and changed to the half, and she's just on cruise control at odds on.
The fractions weren't fast in either of her first 2 starts, so she didn't have to be used to make the lead, but she just looks like she has really easy speed. I don't think she had to be on the lead in those races, Dan. The good news for Sweet Brown Sugar is once those 2 races got into the stretch, she blew those fields away, really finished those races off impressively, makes her 3-year-old debut here. She's shipping into a tougher spot. She's got a break from the rail. I think she might be able to run a little bit, though.
Coming down for a very sharp and underrated trainer based up at Finger Lakes and Paul Barrow. Solo Shot is the number 2. She won her first 2 starts when able to shake loose on the lead, including the Lady Fingers. Her most recent start was the New York Stallion Series, and in that race, she kind of just got cooked on a fast pace. The problem is that fast pace might be waiting for her again here.
Yeah, that's what I didn't really like about it. I mean, 2 starts back, she was in against several of these same horses, and she was just no match. Not only was she no match for them, Dan, but she couldn't make the lead in there. She was under a ride from the start. She wasn't fast enough to get to the front, and she was no match for those horses. They were kind of just taking a shot at a really big purse last time, but once again, I didn't think that she ran very well.
The 3 Tricky Temper was a gritty winner of the Key Sense Stakes last time out at Aqueduct, cutting back to 3/4 of a mile. You're going to see Caris time. She shook loose in here. And for a brief instant, Tricky Temper was on a real hard chase. She's going to drift out an upper stretch. But once Irad gets her straightened out, she reasserts herself, and she's going to just be better than Caris time.
Yeah, she does. She's going to wind up grinding this horse down. I mean, you can see Caris time's getting a little tired here in the last 16th of a mile. And Tricky Temper, to her credit, she never gave up the chase, and she's going to close it down here. I do like her running style for this race, Dan. Her overall form is very strong. I'll be honest, I liked her debut quite a bit. It was an off-turf race. I haven't loved her since then, so I'm not her biggest fan, but she's clearly a contender in this race.
Manny Franco picks up the mount this time for Jeremiah Engelhardt. Caris time, we just saw her take the field into the stretch in the Key Sense. Came up a little bit short. That's been the MO in the last 2 races. She's got big speed. They're going to try to control the pace for Dylan Davis. I might need a little more than the 7-2, considering there could be other pace pressure.
I think that's fair. Listen, I realized that her only win came when she got loose going 7 on a wet track, as the longest shot on the board, no less. But I thought she ran well in that race. And I like both of her starts since then. I get it. She was on the lead both times. She didn't hold either time. My Main Squeeze ran her over. Tricky Temper ran her down. They're both back in here. So maybe there's a lot working against her. I think she's good. And I think she's probably making the lead again.
The number 5, Flight Control, sure didn't look like a 36-1 shot when she debuted for Bob Caceres at Aqueduct last month, because she went right to the front. She controlled a moderate pace, and then she puts the boots to this field in the stretch. Not sure what she beat in here, but the fig came back pretty good with the 67, and maybe she'll just try to track outside this time.
Yeah, I mean, she might not have any choice, right? I mean, it feels like this pace is just going to be a lot faster. Have no knocks on what she did here. Big price or not, she wins this race very easily. As you say, the figure is solid. I thought she was hard to like in this race, but maybe she's this good.
2.5 month layoff for the 6, My Main Squeeze, who has won at 6 and won last time out going a mile. This is the rich maid of the mistakes, and she just forces her way off the inside to get a seam. And once she does get the seam, she pretty comfortably runs by the leader, Mike, to win going away. 72 buyer speed figure. That's not an anomaly. She earned a 78 in her second lifetime start. You got to think a good trip's coming.
Yeah, that's what you probably like most about her. She's just a very handy horse. She's going to sit a good trip. That's Kara's time again on the lead, who she's just running by at the end of this race. A very easy win. Liked her maiden win up at Saratoga too in fast time. She's the horse to beat.
Bernie Takes Charge finished 4th in the video we just showed you, the maid of the miss, but she was stretching back to a mile, and she got the cutback in her most recent start, and she seemed to like it. First level allowance, not only going route to sprint, blinkers on. Maybe this is a new Bernie Takes Charge, another horse with a tactical speed and a good attack outside post position, and better yet, it'll be a nice price.
She should be a good price in here. This was her first time sprinting just on the 3 wide chase the entire way down. She's going to get the job done here. I think she has to improve again to beat this field. Maybe she'll do it.
Unicorn Cake is the number 8. She finished 3rd in the Bernie Takes Charge race that we just showed you. She won her debut in the slower division of New York bred 2-year-old filly maiden specials at Saratoga. Since then, a couple of stakes placings, has also been beaten by several of these.
Yeah, I'm just not sure how good she is. We saw her in that race right there. Now, if you go back and watch the replay of that one, over sort of behind horses a little bit. So maybe it wasn't a perfect trip for her. I still would have liked to seen a better finish out of her. 2 starts back, she was no match for Tricky Temper. I'm not sure that she's this good, Dan.
Let's take a look at our top selections for the Franklin Square Stakes. You've been enamored with Sweet Brown Sugar's first 2 starts. It's a class test. It's a little bit of a pace test. We'll see if she can sit. We'll see if she's quicker than these, but she should be a pretty good value.
She should be, and she's listen. I get it. She's got questions to answer in here. I've been taken with her first 2 starts. So I think she can really run.
Tricky Temper beat 3 of these last time out, like the grit that she showed. And I like her running style in this race. I think she can tuck in behind the speeds. And we'll find out if she's good enough. 1-6-4-3 for Mike, 3-6-4-7 for me. The Franklin Square, the feature at Aqueduct on Sunday. Best of luck.